Ever looked at a beautifully designed room in a magazine and wondered, why doesn't my space feel like that? Your furniture might be great, your paint color is perfect, but something is missing. That something is almost always layering. It's the secret weapon of interior designers, the magic trick that transforms a flat, one-dimensional room into a rich, inviting, and utterly captivating home. It's not about having a huge budget or innate talent, it's about understanding a few key principles. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. Welcome, decor enthusiasts. If you're ready to say goodbye to boring rooms, you're in the right place. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that like button for more pro-level design secrets. Layering is the art of combining different elements, textures, patterns, colors, and forms, to create visual depth and a sense of collected over time comfort. Think of it like a fantastic outfit. You wouldn't just wear a plain dress, you'd add a scarf for texture, a statement belt for shape, and great jewelry for sparkle. A room is the same. It starts with your foundational pieces, the sofa, the bed, the rug, and then we build upon it. It's a deliberate and thoughtful process of adding, editing, and curating to tell a story. It's what makes a house feel like a home and not a showroom. Every masterpiece needs a strong canvas, and in interior design, that's your foundational layer. This includes your large-scale, often neutral, pieces, flooring, wall color, and the biggest furniture items like your sofa, bed frame, or dining table. The goal here is to create a calm, cohesive, and versatile base that won't compete with the personality we're about to add. Think of it as the steady drumbeat in a song. It holds everything together without demanding the spotlight. Choosing timeless, quality pieces for your foundation gives you the freedom to play and evolve your style risk-free. If color is the melody of a room, texture is the rhythm. It's the element that makes a space feel physically inviting and visually intriguing. A room with only smooth, sleek surfaces can feel cold and sterile. The magic happens when you start mixing it up. Imagine a nubby, woven throw blanket draped over a smooth leather armchair. A sleek glass coffee table on a thick, shaggy rug. Silk curtains against a rough, raw wood accent wall. This contrast is what creates a room you not only love to look at but love to be in. Patterns are where many people get nervous, but they are essential for adding energy and personality. The key to mixing patterns like a pro is variation in scale. Combine a large-scale pattern, like a big floral on curtains, with a medium-scale pattern, a geometric on an accent chair, and a small-scale pattern, a tight stripe or subtle check on pillows. Keep them within a somewhat cohesive color palette to ensure harmony. Don't be afraid to mix organic, flowing patterns with more structured, geometric ones. This contrast is what gives a room its dynamic, collected feel. A rug is arguably the most important layer in any space. It anchors the furniture, defines the zone, adds immense texture, and absorbs sound. The biggest mistake is choosing a rug that's too small. Ensure all key furniture legs can either sit on the rug or at least touch its edge. This creates a unified conversation area. Layer rugs for even more depth. Try a vintage, patterned rug over a larger, neutral jute or sisal base. This trick adds instant history and a bohemian, professional flair that is simply unforgettable. This is the easiest and most transformative layer to change with the seasons or your mood. Throw pillows and blankets inject color, pattern, and, most importantly, that undeniable feeling of cozy. Vary the sizes, shapes, bolsters, squares, lumbar, and textures of your pillows: velvet, linen, knit, faux fur. Drape a chunky knit throw casually over the corner of your sofa or the foot of your bed. This layer screams, "Come, relax, stay a while." It's the visual equivalent of a warm hug and is non-negotiable for a professionally layered look. Lighting is not just functional, it's a crucial textural and atmospheric layer. Relying solely on one overhead light creates harsh shadows and a flat, uninviting ambience. Pros use a three-tier system: ambient, general, overhead light, often on a dimmer, task, focused light for reading or working, like table and floor lamps, and accent, lighting to highlight art or architecture, like picture lights or spotlights. This mix creates a beautiful play of light and shadow, adding depth and allowing you to set the perfect mood for any time of day. Why do we ignore the ceiling? It's the fifth wall and a massive opportunity to add incredible depth and surprise. You don't have to go crazy, but consider giving it some love. A subtle shade of color, a pale blue can feel like sky, a gorgeous wallpaper with a small-scale print, or even simple architectural details like beams or molding can draw the eye upward, making the room feel taller and more finished. This unexpected layer shows a next-level attention to detail that separates amateur spaces from professionally designed ones. Layering isn't just about aesthetics, it's about smart, stylish living. A beautiful stack of coffee table books with a decorative box on top that secretly holds remotes. A stunning woven basket that corrals throw blankets. A sleek tray on a dresser that organizes perfumes and jewelry. These are functional layers. They solve everyday problems while contributing to the visual story. This approach ensures your room doesn't just look like a museum, it feels lived in, loved, and effortlessly functional for your actual life. Blank walls are missed opportunities for layering depth and personality. Artwork, mirrors, and wall sculptures add a vertical dimension that is vital. A gallery wall is the ultimate expression of this, a curated collection of art, photographs, and objects that tell your story. Mix frame styles, sizes, and orientations. Include three-dimensional objects like a small shelf with a vase or a woven wall hanging. A large mirror is a layering powerhouse, reflecting light and the room itself, effectively doubling the visual interest. No room ever felt complete without a touch of nature. This layer brings in organic shapes, vibrant life, and a sense of calm. Incorporate greenery through indoor plants of varying sizes and leaf shapes, a tall fiddle-leaf fig in a corner, a trailing pothose on a shelf, a sculptural snake plant on a side table. Don't forget other natural elements, a bowl of real fruit, a vase of fresh flowers, or pieces of driftwood and stone. This layer adds an irreplaceable, ever-changing vibrancy that faux plants simply can't replicate. Reflective surfaces are a pro designer's cheat code for making a space feel larger, brighter, and more dynamic. This layer includes mirrors, of course, but also think metallic finishes on light fixtures, furniture legs, and decor objects. Glass tabletops, crystal decanters, and glossy ceramics all catch and bounce light around the room, creating a shimmering effect that adds complexity. Mix your metals. Brushed nickel, aged brass, and matte black can all live together harmoniously, adding a rich, multifaceted feel. This is the layer that truly makes your home yours. It's the collected items that have meaning, souvenirs from travels, family heirlooms, your favorite books, a child's art project framed beautifully, vintage finds from a flea market. Display these items thoughtfully amongst your other layers. Group them on shelves, mix them in with your coffee table accessories, or dedicate a special corner to them. These personal artifacts add the final, most important ingredient, soul. They are the conversation starters and the heart of your home. Layering is an art, and like any art, it requires editing. The goal is collected, not cluttered. This is the most nuanced skill. Once you've added your layers, take a step back. Live with it for a day. Does it feel chaotic? Remove one or two items. Does it still feel flat? Add one more textural element. Editing is about creating balance and ensuring each piece has room to breathe and be appreciated. A well-edited room feels intentional, peaceful, and perfectly you. While we've focused on texture and pattern, color is the thread that ties your layers together. A cohesive color palette is your guide. Choose 3 to 5 core colors for your room. Your dominant neutral, a secondary color, an accent color, and maybe a pop of something unexpected. Weave these colors throughout your layers, a hint of the accent color in your rug, a pillow, the book spines on your shelf, and the art on your walls. This repetition creates a rhythm that guides the eye smoothly around the room, making all your layers feel connected and deliberate. Layering isn't just about what you add, but the size and shape of what you're adding. A common mistake is using decor that is too small for the furniture or space. A tiny lamp on a large console table will look lost. A too small art piece over a wide sofa will feel insignificant. Play with scale. Pair a large, statement piece of art with smaller objects on a table. Use a big, substantial vase. This variation in height, volume, and visual weight is what creates a dynamic and interesting architectural feel within your space. A truly professional space considers all the senses. We've covered sight and touch, but what about sound? A soft rug and heavy curtains absorb echo, making a room sound quieter and more serene. What about smell? This is a powerful layer. A beautiful diffuser with essential oils, a scented candle on a tray, or simply the smell of fresh flowers contributes immensely to the atmosphere. Even taste, a well-styled coffee station or bar cart invites the sensory experience of a warm drink or an evening cocktail. home is a living thing, and your layers can evolve. This is the most liberating part. You don't need a full remodel to refresh your space. For winter, add heavier, woollier textures, deeper colored throws, and warmer lighting. For summer, switch to lightweight linen pillows, cotton throws, brighter accents, and fresh floral arrangements. Store off-season layers so they feel new when you bring them out again. This keeps your home feeling current, responsive to the world outside, and endlessly exciting to live in. The most important tool in your layering toolbox is confidence. There are no hard and fast rules, only guidelines. The perfectly imperfect look is achieved by trusting your instincts. If you love a piece, find a way to incorporate it. That quirky vintage statue? Style it. The bold pattern you're nervous about? Start with a pillow. Your home should be a reflection of you, not a copy of a catalog. Embrace the mix, tell your story, and have fun with the process. That joy will become the most visible layer of all. Let's get practical. In your living room, start with your foundation, a neutral sofa and a perfectly sized rug. Layer a textured throw and a mix of pillows in different scales of pattern. Add a wooden coffee table, warmth, with a metal tray, reflectivity, holding books and a candle, function and scent. Place a large floor lamp, task lighting, next to the sofa. Hang a gallery wall, personal art, and style your shelves with books, a plant, nature, and a small sculpture, personal artifact. See the layers build? bedroom foundation is the bed frame and a soft, large rug. The key here is ultimate comfort. Start with high-quality sheets, a textural base. Add a quilt or matelass coverlet for pattern. Pile on pillows, standard shams, euros, and decorative lumbertons. Drape a chunky knit or faux fur throw across the foot of the bed. Layer a soft, smaller rug beside the bed. Use warm glow bedside lamps for task lighting, and add a small plant and a personal photo on your nightstand. The goal, a cloud-like, inviting oasis. Professional layering is not about cost, it's about vision. Some of the best layers are inexpensive or free. Shop your own home, move items from room to room. Hunt for unique textiles and vintage art at thrift stores and flea markets. Swap pillows with a friend for a season. DIY a piece of art. Nature is free, collect interesting branches or stones. A can of paint for an old picture frame or a side table is a low-cost transformation. It's your creative eye, not your wallet, that creates magic. You don't have to do everything at once. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Start with one corner. Maybe your reading nook. Add a throw and a better lamp. Next, tackle your coffee table styling. Then, work on your gallery wall over a few months. Collect pieces you truly love, not just things to fill space. Enjoy the process of slowly watching your home become more layered, more personal, and more you. This evolutionary approach is the most sustainable and rewarding way to design. are now armed with the knowledge to banish boring rooms forever. You understand that a truly captivating space is built in layers, from the foundational canvas to the textural tango, the playful patterns, the personal artifacts, and the atmospheric lighting. You have the power to create a home that is not only beautiful to look at but feels incredible to live in. A home that tells your unique story. So go on, experiment, play, and layer like the pro you now are. If this inspired you, let me know your biggest takeaway in the comments below. And for more ways to transform your space, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Until next time, happy decorating!